Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah.
Hey there, good morning everybody. In this tutorial I am going to show you how to install VS Code in Ubuntu 18.04 and how to run your first Python program in VS Code in Ubuntu. So if you didn't watch my previous tutorial and if you don't have Python installed, I will link my previous video in the description. Go watch it, or you can run these 4 simple commands in the terminal one by one in order to install Python 3, the pip version, the pip package for Python 3 and the venv. So after installing these, you are all set to go. So in order to install VS Code, you can see I already installed it. So at first I am going to uninstall it in front of you. So either go to the terminal by right clicking on the desktop and open terminal, or you can press Ctrl Alt T to open the terminal. In this I already installed it, so first I am going to remove it. You don't have to do this. Sudo snap remove code. Here you go. So now it will remove the VS Code, and then as you can see it removed it. Now I'm going to clear the screen, and now you can type sudo snap install -- classic code. I'm actually installing this with snap, not with the apt-get or not with the Ubuntu software manager. This is a one-line command to install the code without any issues. Now after installing it, let's clear the screen, and now if you type code and enter, the VS Code will launch. So here are some shortcuts, some useful shortcuts. I'm not going to go through the shortcuts, I'm just going to go to this panel. So here, as you can see, we have this panel, and in this panel we have 5 tabs. The first tab is actually the Explorer, in which we add the folders of the project, we add the files, we manage them, and it all shows the file management here. In the second tab it's search, and in the third one it is source control. If you are familiar with Git and GitHub, this source control will be useful for you. And after that you have this debug, and the last tab is the extensions. So we'll go to the extensions tab, and here you can see I already enabled 2 extensions. These 2 extensions, the one is OneDark Pro and the second one is Python. So I installed it. Even after removing this VS Code, it didn't remove the extensions. If you are a Python developer, you should install this one. Just go ahead and write Python, enter it, and then the first tab will be the Python from Microsoft, and you can see it has 12 million downloads. It is right now the most popular extension, and it has almost 5-star rating, so it is a must to have extension if you are a Python developer. So after doing these two, installing these two, just go to the Explorer tab, actually close this tab, and then you have to add the folder of your project. Let me actually go to the projects folder in the Python stuff. Here I'm going to create a directory, and after that I'm going to start running my first Python program. So how to do that? So let's go to the VS Code and go to add folder. I'm going to go to the desktop, projects, Python stuff, and here I'm going to add the folder by clicking this button, and I'm going to call it name it project1 and enter. After this, just go ahead and click on the add. So now you have the project. In this project, I'm going to create a new file by right clicking on the project1 and clicking on the new file. I'm going to name it test.py. So here I can, okay, so by the way, you have these 2 pop-ups. So the first one is linter pylint is not installed. Yes, you have to install it. and then you can see no Python interpreter is selected. You have to select a Python interpreter. For in case if it doesn't pop up, in your case, if it doesn't pop up, just go to the bottom left. You will see the select Python interpreter will show up. Go ahead and click it, and it will ask you which Python interpreter you want to choose. Make sure to choose the 3.6 or whatever version you have, and then you can start creating the project. By the way, after you click it, you will see that in the bottom left it will show up here the Python 3.6 64-bit. So you can start your work now. Let me actually import a package with pip. Not import, download. I am going to go to terminal by pressing Ctrl Alt T, Python 3-m pip. This is the way to install a pip package in the Ubuntu. You can also type pip3 install, but the better way is Python 3-m pip install, and then any package. In my case, I'm going to install NumPy. So actually I already installed NumPy, so that's why it's saying requirement already satisfied. If you didn't download NumPy, it will take longer, so don't worry, just wait. And after you install it, close the terminal and then write import. I'm just going to show you a piece of code. It's not like you have to follow me up in this code. You can just start your own project. This is just the process I'm showing you to clear your concept about how to run code in the Ubuntu. Press Ctrl S to save it. Now there are several ways to run your project. The first is go ahead and click on this button which says run Python. After that you will see that your array is printed. The second way is go ahead and press Ctrl Alt T and go to the specific project where you created the test.py. In my case it is cd desktop project and then project 1. Clear the screen. You can see the test.py is in this project, so I'm going to type Python 3 test.py, enter, and you can see it ran it. So in this tutorial you learned how to install VS Code and how to run your first Python script in VS Code. So these are the two ways to run it. In the next tutorial I am going to start the Python series and also the Django series in Ubuntu. And if you want to know more about like if you are having some issues in running it or any type of issues related to this tutorial, just comment down below and I will answer. Thank you.